This is Sarah Harding from Total Rock. I'm in the very fancy pants Gibson Guitar Studio and I am honoured to be joined by Duff. Are you enjoying your time back in Blighty?
And I wore my fancy pants just for this occasion. For those who can't see, my fancy pants are kind of fancy. And yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So you're over here, you've got a new album coming out fairly shortly in April.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about it?
It has songs on it. This is the first loaded record that we made coming off of a previous record in a tour. You know, we made a record in 2001 when I was sort of in university, and I was back in Seattle, and I wanted to play music, and I just started recording songs, and that's how I found the guys that are in Loaded still to this day. And the Seattle guys, and I met the drummer first, Jeff Redding, and then met Squires through Jeff Redding, and met Jeff Rouse, the bass player. And he was the only, I really lucked out, I gotta say, with Rouse, with all the guys, but especially Rouse being a bass player. There's either like really good and like different bass players, and then there's kind of just average bass players, and there's really no in between. And I was afraid, like, if I was going to play guitar in a band and sing, because for me it's much easier to sing and play rhythm guitar than it is to play bass. It's just like playing bass lines and singing. I'm not that talented to do both those things. So Rouse is just really he plays things on bass like that's exactly what I would have played. And people ask me, do I question what he plays on bass? I'm like, no, I don't. No. But anyhow, so we took a hiatus, I guess, when Velvet Revolver happened, and as soon as things kind of started falling apart with Scott, I saw the writing on the wall, and you know, the guys in Loaded were always like my confidants, and I was talking to Squires a lot on the phone when that was all going down with Scott and whatnot, and I had a bunch of songs. I started sending him songs, and he started sending me songs back, and Rouse started sending me songs back, and we made Sick right when I got off to tour with VR, and then we toured that thing, and we became a real band again. You know, we just became this real snarling live band, and the live bands that I've been in, the bands that I've been in, when we play a record that you just recorded, it's always heavier live. So the adrenaline and the thing, and being around guys and the thing, and being on the bus together all the time, you just play heavier. And this tour for Sick, we just played everything so much heavier, and we kind of realized like we're actually a heavier band than what people might hear on our CD. So these riffs, like for Lords of Abaddon and Your Name and Executioner Song, and we're a product of that. And we got off of that tour and we demoed all the songs, and Terry Date heard 2 of the songs, and he kind of demanded that he do this record. He really loves the band, and really nice to have that extra vote of confidence, and here we are.
A couple of the tracks have already sort of made the appearance on the internet. I mean, the anthemic "We Win." Right. Tell me a little bit about that track. And it was involved with the Seattle Seahawks as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and the World Series, Major League Baseball. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. You know, what we kind of found with the record, also something we witnessed on tour together, being on the same bus. One of our traveling party, I'll just say, and his wife, who we're both dear friends with, were going through a break in a fracture in their relationship, and we couldn't take either side, or couldn't be confidants with the guy who was with us, because it wouldn't have been fair, So we just sat there kind of like Zen Buddhists and observed the whole thing. All of those, first just the heartache, and then it's the lying to each other, lying to yourself, and then it's the anger, and all those stages we witnessed from, but couldn't say anything, and all right, and the first song for this record that was first lyric was a Squire's lyric, and it was Easier Lying, and a song on the record, and it's like, oh, okay, we're going there, and that really informed the next song, which was She's an Anchor. And I guess when we got done, and We Win comes in, because ultimately this couple, they got divorced, but they became better friends. They realized they weren't a good married couple. They were friends before, and now they're great friends. Now they go to dinner, and they go to coffee, and they had, so We Win is sort of like the triumphant ending, and it's almost, there's a theme. The record, I don't want to say the record has a theme, and We Win is sort of the triumphant ending to the story.
And are you looking forward to airing them? Obviously, you've got your download appearance once again this year. Very excited about that.
Yes, I heard rumor. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm like, this will be my, I don't know, fifth time playing. Yeah.
Excellent. And I saw you in a very hot, sweaty Nottingham Rock City with Duff McKagan's Loaded. It's one of those gigs that is still in my memory today. How can you describe the Duff McKagan's Loaded live experience?
Yes, it is a different deal. I think, we have like a growing legion of fans, and they kind of, there's a sense of humor with the band, but live, you get like a real gritty, angry bunch of guys, but the odd twist is, like, we're in on the joke. We take the piss out of ourselves too, but it's a snarling. We get a lot of young fans, I think, because we are so like almost punk rock, in a lot of ways. But it's like OG punk rock, It's like from the, OG, right?
Yes.
Original gangsters. Yeah. I don't know why I said OG, but it really is kind of, and it's the real deal. It comes from the right place, and it's honest.
And will you be back touring? Obviously, you've got the download performance. Will there be a UK tour again?
There will be, yeah. Obviously, you got to wait till after the festival season's died down. So probably, I would imagine September-ish. But all the dates are kind of still coming together.
Excellent. Now, this year is being hailed as the year for classic rock and rock music itself. Would you agree with that? It seems to be the year it's sort of taking off and exploding.
Well, I've been too busy this year. What's going on? What's exploding? What am I missing out on?
All the journos, from the pop world, have all just said this year is the year for rock music. We've got brand new festivals being added this year. It just seems to be the flavour of the month again. Well,
they seem, especially in the UK, there's bands like the Black Spiders, which I really like, Japanese Voyeurs, The Answer. I think they just made a new record. It's great bands for me. I've been thinking of taking those bands, like doing my own like mini, like calling it the Antidote, because in America, rock music is kind of packaged, and it's to me it's a little stale. Over here there's a lot more variety, and it's not geared toward commercial radio, because over there FM rock radio, there's a thing called FM rock radio, and they play rock music, but they only play like the songs that sell ads on the radio. So they play like the same 10 songs. And that's not slagging anybody in particular, but it would be great to take some of those young bands over to the States and do like the Antidote tour. But yeah, we'll figure that one out. Yeah, there's good young rock coming out here.
Absolutely. Well, we support new and unsigned bands on Total Rock, and that was going to be my next question. How do you write a sort of a Duff McKagan anthem? What tips could you give to our viewers and listeners?
Oh, God. Make it real. It's got to come from an experience you had, I think. It doesn't necessarily have to be autobiographical, but if you can draw from something you've actually gone through, it means, especially if you're young, make it about yourself. Make it about something you're going through at the moment, you know, what you got to lose. And yeah, so just, it's got to be real or you got to go home, you know.
What's going on with Velvet Revolver?
Absolutely nothing. Yeah.
Are you sick of the rumours about Corey Taylor being the new singer and so-and-so being the new singer?
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever hear them unless I'm going out and doing press, because I don't go on Blabbermouth or any of the things.
You don't tweet.
I don't tweet. My wife tweets my name. She'll like tweet my columns out there. Yeah, I get, you know, the obvious questions get asked of me in different forms over the years, like but it's the same questions. Guns N' Roses getting back together? No, not, you know, no, again this year, and Corey Taylor thing. He's the brightest and best singer of a generation, and I think he's killer. But I don't think Velvet Revolver, there's not much urgency there to do much of anything right now. So, you know, one day, hopefully.
Well, concentrate on Duff McKagan's Loaded
I can only
and then
concentrate,
Velvet Revolver.
yeah, one thing at a time. And I know Slash, I think he's probably going to go make another record, and so that's cool. That's what it is. And yeah, I went up and did a signing up in Birmingham over the weekend, like 2 days in a row, and it was 1,000 people in the queue each day. And the first day, I got that question, all 1,000 people, is Corey Taylor your new singer? So the second day, Sunday, I put up a sign above me. No, Guns N' Roses not reforming, and Corey Taylor's not, our new singer, and Love and Kisses stuff, you know. So the queue moved a lot faster the second day, yeah. So, but I guess, yeah, I don't know if anybody, except me and Slash probably get asked the same questions over and over, probably more than, I don't know, probably Jeff Beck would have something else to say about that, but yeah.
Excellent. And just finally, isn't it just awesome being Duff McKagan right now?
It is awesome being me. I'm happy. I've got a great wife, great kids, and a great band, and, you know, for a guy who people thought was going to die in 1994, this is all extra innings for me. It's all great. Yeah.
Duff, thank you so much for joining us here on Total Rock.
Thanks
Lovely
for having
to see
me.
you again.
All right, cool.